Hey guys, I'm Dennis. Welcome back to my channel, Guy with a Plant. In today's episode, I'm going to show you some of my colorful plants, which I do not have too many because I'm always about having a very natural kind of styling. So mostly green plants will appeal to me, and of course I have several variegated plants which I love. Really bright, garish colored plants don't really appeal to me because I find them to be kind of unnatural or kind of fake, because I find them to look quite cultivated. But that being said, I do have a few colorful plants. Without further ado, let's look at some plants. Alright, so the first color is blue, and this is my very blue plant. In fact, this is the only blue one that I have. So at a certain angle, you can see the color, how blue this is. There's a really bluish sheen. This is the blue oil fern, and I have this for at least 2 years now, or even more, maybe 3 years. This is really amazing. I can never imagine that there is a blue plant and that is not colored or dyed in nature. This is commonly known as the blue oil fern, Macrosorhum thailandicum. So as its name implies, this is endemic to Thailand. This is not a very common fern. It's not rare. It took me a while to find this. But this is not really fast growing for me. It has been like this for months now. In fact, I just lost one of the longest leaf. I think it was about double the size of this, the length of this. But that was old leaf, so I'm not surprised. Alright, let's take a closer look at the leaves or the fronds of this fern. I'm trying to get a good angle so you can see the color, but somehow this is not appearing on the screen. Okay, maybe certain angle you can see the color when light bounces off the leaf. Can you see this? It's really interesting. I think it's due to some compound in the leaves that help to reflect the light, because this is actually a low light plant. Can you see the blue sheen? It gets medium light sitting in one of the shelf there. Right in the middle where it's a lower light. It seems to appreciate it. Another thing to note when it comes to watering is that this fern doesn't like to dry out, even though it's in this very gritty, loose potting medium. I got it initially. It has a few fronds with this fork ends, tips of the frond, like this one, which is really cute. It's a serpent's tongue. I don't know what's the purpose of this. Maybe it's just a superficial characteristic. And I'll say this is quite a heavy feeder, so whenever I water this, I'll just give it very diluted liquid fertilizer. So far, it has not produced any spores. The oldest leaf that just died off had some spores. Oh yeah, there are some here. Can you see? Not tried propagating this via spores. I'm not sure how to do it. If you're familiar, do comment below. Be very excited to try that. Another closer look at this fern. Wow. Look how shiny this is. The leaves or the fronds are really succulent and thick. So this is my one and only blue plant. What color should I do next? I'm going to introduce the next plant. So you may have guessed by now what color this is. This is pretty obvious. The next color is white, and this is my white plant. My one and only as well. This is the Euphorbia lactea, or commonly known as the white ghost. It's evident why this is named as the white ghost, because the whole plant is white with an underlying shade of green, but the general surface of this Euphorbia is white. I'm not sure, but I think this is some form of variegation. Certain parts of this will have some green in them as well. I will let you take a closer look at this. This is the first Euphorbia that I have. So generally, I'm not somebody who likes succulents, desert plants or arid plants, but lately I am starting to appreciate them more, because I find them to be stoic, if you can say that of a plant, because they are just quietly there, growing really slowly. Yeah, and I think there is some beauty in that. Very zen to a certain extent. This is a rather big specimen. I think it's about half a meter or 50 cm in height. So it's quite a statement plant. Got to be careful with this because euphorbia, they produce this sap or latex that when you cut it and it gets into your eyes or on your skin, you may get a very adverse reaction. So when I propagate this, which I will do sometime soon, I hope, because there's a lot of growth, I got to be careful. I got to use gloves. So let's take a closer look at this. Look at the structure of this. It's growing really nicely. Yeah, this one was spreading out, so I had to tie this to make sure they don't, you know, man spread. And it's really adorable because it looks like a human figure with its multiple hands stretching out. These are the new growth. One over here, really small, and the latest one is this one. And you'll fade toward this almost white color. Very interesting mix of colors. Like this one, there is some green. Got to be careful not to get pricked. And there is this very interesting patch. Let me try to find that. Here, this is totally green. A green patch, almost like a birthmark. I really like this euphorbia for its form. Let me try to move back and you can see. Hello. And there are tiny leaves growing here as well. Definitely gets very bright light. Maybe give it some direct sun if you can afford to. Alright, the next color, you may not be able to see it very clearly, is pink. Alright, there may not be a lot of pink in this alocasia now. I'm hoping it'll give you much brighter colored leaves as it grows, because this is still a very young specimen. I got it when the leaves are this size or even smaller, and the newer leaves that it has produced are definitely much bigger now. This is the prettiest with more pink in this compared to, yeah, like this one. And it is producing a new leaf. This is a very fast grower. Yeah, I was really clumsy and I actually broke this leaf. So I was trying to save it by taping it up, but obviously it's not working. I'm going to cut this off later, but I'm not worried because it's always producing a new leaf. Let me try to find a photo when I first got it. It was really small. Definitely this is not the biggest it can get. The leaves can get huge. This leaf is definitely with the most pink in it. And this is kind of like off pink. I wouldn't know how to describe this color. So the latest leaf and also the biggest one has very little pink variegation in it. Unlike this one, this is beautiful. This is the original size, and this, so they have upsize from this to this and this and this one. Hopefully this new leaf will be much bigger. Oh, I see a mini bug. Ugh. So I want to show you the roots. Yeah, they are growing out of this pot. So maybe I need to repot this. And yeah, there are some rocks, pumice in there with a little bit of water. And they seem to like this setup. Oh, I realized I didn't even tell you the name of this alocasia. This is alocasia serendipity. So yeah, this is my beautiful pink plant, not the pinkest. Subscribe to my channel if you want to know the growth update. I'm sure this will grow really fast. Another pink plant. This has been with me since the beginning of time. I think it could be at least 4 years. Look how beautiful the leaves are. Alright, before I forget to introduce the plant again, this is a caladium, Caladium Thai Beauty. And this is such an apt name for it because it's so beautiful. This is the only caladium that I really like. I've tried other caladiums before. If you watch my previous videos, I bought giant bulbs from the States, from US, and they grow really fast, but they were huge, and I really don't have the space for that, and they grow really leggy. So this is the only caladium, I think one of the only 2 caladiums that I have. I'm going to show you the other one in a short while. You know what? I'm just going to shut up for a while and just let you admire the leaves. I think there is this variety of Thai beauty that is almost translucent. I'm not sure whether is it the same or is a different cultivar. Let me try to find a photo off Instagram to show you. I think those are really beautiful. So even from the back, you can see it's really pretty. This is a caladium. It likes a lot of water, right? Don't ever let it dry out. If not, it'll start to droop and get crispy tips and edges. Yeah, and there's this new plantlet coming out. Really exciting. Caladium has died back so many times. After 1 or 2 months, it will start to grow back. It still goes into dormancy. I'm not sure why in my country, because I'm from Singapore. It's hot throughout the year, but it does. So once the leaves die off, I'll just leave it alone. Even though it has green in it, pink is the dominant color. Really love this. Alright, the next color will be red, and this is another caladium which I bought from the supermarket, so I'm not sure what this variety is, but it had really big lovely red leaves. The color is just like this, but some of the leaves had turned green. I don't know why, because I've been giving it very bright light, and of course again a lot of water, or rather I water this frequently. This very yucky potting medium, I think it's cocoa peat, so I want to change this out, and I have this for a while now, but it just keeps dying back and growing new leaves. The leaves are much smaller, but at least the new leaves are red. Yeah, this is partially red, fighting for its life from spider mites. I think you can still see some of the damage on these 2 leaves. When I first saw it, I thought it was a red heart philodendron, until I noticed its growth structure and realized this is not a philodendron. I mean, it's a cheap plant, but really beautiful. So I can't wait for it to grow all red leaves just like this. So this is my only red plant, I think. Yeah, it is. So this mystery caladium, anyone knows what variety this is, do let me know. And it has very dark black petioles. Oh, there's a new growth here. Let's move on to the next color, and as you can see, this is a silver plant. So this is one of my favorite non-variegated Scindapsus. This is the Scindapsus Silver Hero, commonly known, or also known as Platinum. I'm not sure whether is it the same variety, but I do see some people selling online and calling it Platinum. There is no patterns on the leaves of this Scindapsus, which gives it a very understated look that I like, and also it has a sheen on the leaves. This is silver with almost bluish tinge, but I would say this is more silver than blue. So this has grown and thrown out this single vine that's growing all the way down. So I better propagate this, because this stem seems to be drying out and it may just die off here. So yeah, anyway, it's looking really ugly. It's kind of full and bushy. I really like how compact it is. When it's thirsty, it will curl up just like this. So I know this needs to be watered, and it's still in sphagnum moss. Oh, it's still damp. Okay, I need to change this out. So it's a task for another video to propagate and repot. So this is my silver plant. What can I say? It makes a really nice trailing plant. Right, the next color would be yellow. Yellow is really common because it's in many of the variegated plants. Yeah, this next one is a variegated plant. Yeah, I know it's like kind of cheating, but I love this plant. This is actually a cutting of Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. It's also commonly known as genie. Yeah, I don't know why. Can somebody tell me? So this actually was a 2-leaf cutting. So this is the original size, is much bigger compared to the newer leaves. But I think the newer leaves are getting there. It's growing bigger. It was, I think, a 2-leaf cutting. The other leaf has since died off, and this is been like that for many months. So these are the new leaves that came out under my care. The variegation is okay. I mean, it's not crazy. Look at this leaf, hardly any variegation. But the latest leaf, this is the latest one, really soft. I think it has some blocks of variegation here. It's still hardening off. Hopefully the newer ones will have more variegation. Yeah, this leaf actually got damaged. You can see there's a hole here because it was a windy day and the whole plant just toppled off. I definitely need to report this. I want to give this a pull. I mean, look at the side view, the way it's growing. But meanwhile, I have been procrastinating. So I'm going to add this to the plant chore list. Yeah, never ending tasks. Let's take a closer look, shall we? Okay, the lighting here is terrible. I don't know why is it so yellow. This is the original leaf, and then it sprouted this non-fenestrated leaf. But wow, look at the variegation. And then the next leaf is this, which has some kind of minty looking variegation. Look at the veins. And then the subsequent leaves. Oh, there are more leaves here. Beautiful. And of course the latest one. So this is my Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. But I actually have another pot, 2-leaf cutting, but that unfortunately didn't make it. Yeah, look at this cute arrowroot. Alright, the next color is purple. Wait a minute, it doesn't look very purple on the screen. I think the light is too bright. Okay, let's go somewhere else. In the bathroom, can you believe this? And yeah, the color is still not coming through. As you can see, the purplish mid ribs of this plant is looking more red than purple, but let me try to adjust. Okay, I think this is the best angle. This is a purple plant. Don't ask me what plant this is because I bought it from the supermarket again. I don't even know what genus or species of this plant is. Does anyone know? Look at this. Needs a repot because it's still in this nursery yucky potting medium, but it's growing quite nicely. I usually do not have luck with supermarket plants. They tend to die on me because I think the conditions are really different. Yeah, this is a really beautiful plant. Maybe I should put this in the bathroom. Hi. This is my small collection of plants by different colors. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know what's your favorite color in plants other than green. I think what's missing here is orange. Do you have an orange plant? I think that will most likely be a caladium. I've seen very beautiful orange caladiums before. So do subscribe to my channel to be updated on these plants. See you guys again in my next video. And remember to show your plants some love.